There are so many reasons why you could have backache. It's so common. It could be because of a job that you did for a long time where you were lifting heavy things. It could be that your posture's not quite balanced. Some muscles are weak, some muscles are strong and tight. That affects your back, which obviously takes a lot of the strain. There are different types of backache. Sometimes it's chronic, it lasts a long time and it's quite mild. Sometimes it's acute, you can pull your back without even knowing why. It could also occur in different parts of your back. Often it's the lower back, sometimes it's the upper back around the neck and shoulders. Taking medication can help, but we don't want to take medication for too long. If it's something that's really painful and it's unusual for you, then of course see your GP. But what do we do in the meantime when we're struggling to get through the day? Because it can actually make you quite miserable, can't it? The main thing is to just get moving to start with, and that can be a really tiny movement, but it should be flowing, fluid, soft, gentle. I'm just going to give you some tips for how to move. Do these on a daily basis. Also check out my other back pain video. You can maybe alternate the two because it's important to do different things, different movements, because your spine is actually capable of moving in lots of different directions, and we want to take advantage of that if possible. All right, let's get started. Enough of the chit chat. So I have actually got a mat for later on when we come down to the floor. But to start with, I'm just going to stand with my feet a little bit wide, softening the knees. And I'm just going to just sway my body. Moving my arms to give me a little bit of momentum. Now, it's not flinging it, it's very controlled. And I'm just twisting the upper body and the hips a little bit. The chest turns a little bit more than the hips. And you can see that I'm lifting one heel off the floor as I rotate. Just keeping it nice and soft. I'm trying to hold my tummy muscles in, give my back support. Just nice flowing moves. And you can make these a lot smaller if you want to. Just go with how you feel. Okay, so keeping the feet about the same distance apart, I'm going to turn to the side for this one. Bend the knees, as if I'm about to sit down in a chair, lean forwards, I've got my hands on my thighs, and just take a sort of squat position. And I'm just going to make an arch shape with my spine, an N shape, I guess, and then roll the shoulders back, stick out my bottom, and try and make a U shape. Just going between those two, pulling in the tummy as I arch into a N shape, and then rolling the shoulders back, sticking out my bottom as I do my U shape. It's a very shallow U shape there. So you can come up and take a breather, and then you can go down again. So N shape, rounding the shoulders, and U shape. And it doesn't have to be as big a contrast between the two. You can just make it really little, or you can go bigger if that feels okay. So to come up, you make the N shape and then you roll up. And then I'm just going to squeeze the shoulder blades together here and just maybe lean backwards a little bit, just supporting the weight of my upper body through my hands at the top of my bottom there. If that doesn't feel good, don't do that one, but just moving. You can feel a stretch in the mid-back. I'm keeping my knees soft, and then just squeezing the shoulder blades together, maybe a little lean back if that feels okay, and then just have a nice shake out. Now, thinking about posture, really the ear, the shoulder, the hip, the outside of your knee and the outside of your ankle should all be in a straight vertical line, but many people lean back, or they stick out their bottom, their shoulders around it. There's lots of different ways that your posture can be out of alignment, and you can't just suddenly force it back into alignment if you're used to being a certain way, because that can do more harm than good. But it is worth bearing in mind that that's how it should be. And if you feel that you're out of alignment, then you can very, very gently bring yourself back a tiny little bit, gradually, maybe work on it daily, just a tiny little bit. Positioning the feet maybe a little wider than before, turning out the knees and toes. I'm just going to take one hand to my thigh and just reach over like that. Now, this may be too much, so if it is, just keep your arms here, or put your hands on your hips. So we're just tilting side to side. I'm keeping my knees soft, my legs are still, and if you feel that you can move a little more and bring the arms into play, that makes it harder in terms of you've got extra weight up top because you've got your arms here, so you need to make sure that you hold your tummy muscles in. If you want to keep it more gentle, just keep your arms low or hands on your hips. Just breathe through this. Just smooth flowing. Trying to keep your hips still. So you might feel that you need to stretch your back now. So we can go back to the hands to thighs and just make that N shape. Pulling in the tummy, breathing through it, and then just roll up. You might want to grab hold of something to help you balance here, but standing tall, pulling in your tummy, standing tall through the hip on the side where the leg's on the floor, and just lift your knee and use your hand, your arm, to see if you can bring it a bit higher. Maybe wiggle your foot just for something to do while you're up here. If this strains your back, take your knee down a little. If you can bring it right up, great. Then have a shake and turn around and do the other side. You don't have to stay up for this long. If you can bring it higher, if you can balance, all the better. Keep breathing through and then have a little shake out. Let's go super wide now. So turning out the knees and toes even more than before, and just bending one knee and the other knee and just sliding down. Opposite hand goes towards the ankle, keeping the tummy muscles in. If you can't get this low, no problem. If you want to put both hands on the thighs, do that. Let's add a bit of rotation. So you might be further up and just take the arm behind and then change sides. And that way you will be moving the spine. Keep the tummy in the whole time. So if that's too low, then just stay quite high. You can even be here. Bring it back to centre, just scooping, but your legs are a bit wider here, and then rolling the shoulders back, sticking out your bottom, re-scooping and rolling up. Now to take it to the floor, so you will need a mat or a towel. So standing at the back of your mat, so you've got your mat in front of you, just raise your arms and curl down, put your hands to your thighs, and then just gently, carefully coming down onto your knees, untucking your toes, and then just sitting back into what we call child pose. If that's too uncomfortable, lift your bottom off your heels, but just have a little stretch. Then onto all fours, and we're going to make that rounded shape again, that N shape, and then reverse it, rolling the shoulders back, sticking out the bottom, looking straight ahead, back to the N shape, and then try and make a flat shape. And you're just going to move your hips side to side and look over your shoulder as you move your hips to one side and the other. So it's a bit like a dog wagging a tail. And you're watching yourself wag your tail. If that feels unpleasant and very achy, then just make it a lot smaller, so barely move, as long as you're doing a little bit of movement. If you feel really bad pain, obviously, time to stop. Could mean there's something wrong, so make sure you get that checked out. So from here, shake out your wrists. Let's bring the feet round the front. Often a bad back can be caused by tightness in certain muscles. So let's see how it feels if you take your legs in front and just allow your hands to slide forwards and then come back up. Try and keep your tummy in a little bit, allow your chin to go to your chest, and then build your spine back up. As you come up, roll your shoulders back. So we curl down from the top, keep the tummy in as you slide the arms forwards, and then we build up the spine from the bottom. Rolling the shoulders back, very nice. Keeping your knees slightly bent this time. Take your hands either side. Just rotate the upper body. So You might find these sitting down exercises easier than the standing ones, but just rotating the upper body. The floor, sitting on the floor, fixes your hips. So we've tried that one, that went quite well. Let's try reaching over like that. So again, just try and keep your tummy muscles in, try and keep your legs nice and relaxed. We're going to try these exercises with the legs in a different position in a sec. So breathe through it, make sure you don't move too fast. Just stretching, you can keep your arms low if you prefer. Just try and tilt the upper body side to side. Very good. Try taking your legs wide now. And again, just see if you can bring yourself forward. Try not to tighten your leg muscles, your thigh muscles as you go forward. Lower the head and sink a bit deeper. And then just maybe even lean backwards a little bit as well. Bringing your arms in front and behind. Always keeping your tummy muscles in just to give your back that support. Make sure you keep the thighs relaxed. Let's do some rotations like this. You don't have to do many. Just do as many as you feel, and you don't have to rotate all the way. And then of course you can do the tilts. Just keep breathing through it. Another way to have your legs, which you might want to try, is to bring them in like so. And again, just try and lean over so you've got your knees wide. And you may find that you can't actually get your legs into a diamond shape very well, so your legs might be straighter and not as wide, but just see how it goes for you. And once you've tried this one, and maybe going backwards a bit as well, maybe even opening up the chest a little as you lean backwards. So just lots of movements. You can do your rotations. And your tilts. So the next time you do this workout or this session, you might bring your legs into this position a bit sooner and do fewer with your legs out straight in front or straight and wide. And the fourth position is to have your knees more bent like this. And this time we can just hook the arm around the outside of the knee, the other hand is behind, and get a little bit more rotation, but you don't want to do too much because overstretching is not good unless you're really fine and it feels good. But better to just keep moving rather than hold the stretch. Mobility is key. Flowing, soft, gentle mobility rather than forcing a deep stretch. Sometimes we think that's the way out of pain, but you can overstretch. Okay, so just take a nice little rest here and let's get ready to finish off by lying down on the floor. So to finish off, I'm going to bend my knees, feet on the floor, and I'm going to take my arms above my head so that you can see better, but you can have your arms by your side, and in fact that gives you more support. So heels under knees, feet about hip width apart, so don't have your knees and feet together. The knees are also about hip width apart. And I'm just going to peel off and back down. So just thinking about the spine coming off bit by bit and rolling back down. All the time using the tummy muscles to support this lift. Try not to tense your shoulders. And breathe as you go. Start to squeeze your bottom as you get nearer the top, but always think about holding your tummy in. I'm going to hug one knee in and see how that feels. Now, we did this standing up, didn't we? We tried to hold a knee up towards the chest. You might be able to extend your other leg. So get a nice stretch here through the hip and the front of the thigh on the bottom leg. And then maybe, if you can, just allow that knee to turn outwards, bend bottom leg and put your foot on the thigh, and you might be able to reach through as well. But just play around with it, see how it feels. So let's do the same on the other side. So hugging the knee in, and you might feel that pulls you back a little bit, so don't hug it in so much if it does. Breathe into it, relax, straighten the other leg to stretch through the hip. Again, you may feel it pulling on the back if you've got some tension or pain there, but just gently go with it. Don't force it, just go with it. And then you can take the knee out wide, bring that lower foot in and rest your foot there. And if you can, reach through around the back, pull it all in, just stretching around the outer thigh and hip of the top leg there. Breathe into it. Bring both knees in and have a little rock side to side. And then take your feet back to the floor. Bring the feet and knees together. The arms out wide, keep the upper body still and rotate the lower body. So allow the knees and hips to go side to side, but try and keep your shoulders flat on the floor and your head still and your chest still. And again, just go only as far as it feels okay. So maybe do a couple more of those. Breathing through the move, trying to keep your neck and shoulders relaxed. And then I'm going to hug my knees in again, and I'm going to roll up to sitting, but you can use your hands to help you do this. And at this point, I'm going to say, well done. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're feeling a little bit more mobile and a little bit more comfortable. Don't forget to give my other bad back video a try. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share the video with your friends. Give the video a like as well, and I'd be glad to hear your comments. Thanks all. Take care.